Good morning, Europe! On behalf of the Dansk Kennel Klub, we are very pleased and proud to welcome you all to the MCH European Dog Show, the Agria Winner Show, and the DKK European Cup Winner 2023 in Herning. As you know, the dog is man's best friend. We can all agree on that. Let's also agree to treat the dogs as our best friends, with care and respect, and with the dog's welfare at heart. No rough handling and plenty of space and water for the dogs. And please keep the venue clean at all times. You can get poop bags at the Dansk Kennel Klub stands in Hall C and Hall M. And some more practical details. There are more than 70 trade stands present at this show. You can find them in halls C, G, F, and M. In hall M, they are in the opposite end of the main ring. The main ring is, as previously said, in hall M, and this is where the finals take place. If you have a dog that has qualified for the finals, there is an advanced prejudging for the final, and all the prejudgings take place in Hall G. The Danish Kennel Club stands are in Halls C and M. The two main sponsors of the DKK are Royal Canin Dog Food and Agria Pet Insurance. Their stands are in Hall N, right by the main ring. The show veterinarian can also be found in Hall M, and this also goes to the office. The show catalogue and the results can be found at the EDS website and the DKK website, only a few clicks away. For more than a decade, it's been customary to start the Danish shows with a smile and a song. This one is a special celebration of the European Dog Show. Velkommen, bienvenue.
Frederik, har du nogen idéer om, hvordan jeg får den her til at fokusere?
Folk Exposon, dog friends. Dejligt at se jer nu som enchanté. Happy to see you, bliv her reste stay. Velkommen, bienvenue, welcome til EDS at EDS to EDS. Let the judgings begin and have a wonderful day.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome here to the main ring. We have a packed program for today as well. The finals, or the Agri Winner Show and EDS, the dogs that have won in the rings during the day, they will come into the main ring at 1 o'clock. But until 1 o'clock, we are going to entertain you here in the main ring. Today we will start with having Sarah Zacharias, and she's coming and talking a bit about impulse control with the dogs. Afterwards, we have the reading dogs. The reading dogs are dogs for children, where they're going around and helping them become better at reading. After that, we have the rally obedience. They're coming and showing us how to work with the dogs and how to do this sport. And then we will end the day with freestyle and with dog dancing. So it's going to be an exciting program for today. But first, let's bid a warm welcome to Sarah.
Good morning. Som de tidligere dage, så vil jeg snakke på dansk, fordi det er jeg bedre til. Og i dag vil jeg snakke omkring impulskontrol igen, for jer, der ikke hørte det i torsdags. Vi skal snakke om impulskontrol, fordi at det er fundamentet for al træning. Impulskontrol er det, som ligesom ligger til grund for, at vi kan føle, at vi har kontrol over vores hunde. Impulskontrol er ligesom det, der gør, at vi kan stole på vores hunde. For installerer vi det program i vores hunde, der hedder impulskontrol, så kan vi have meget mere ro. Yes. Så hvad er det her impulskontrol egentlig? Altså, hvis vi skal snakke om impulskontrol, så bliver vi nødt til at snakke om, hvad impulser er. Fordi at det ligesom indgår i ordet impulskontrol. Så impulser, det er det, vi har lyst til. Det er det, vi intuitivt har lyst til at gøre. Det kan være, at det er en hund, der har lyst til at gø. Det kan være, at det er en hund, der har lyst til at rulle sig i mudder, spise pizzaen på sofabordet, eller gø af et egern. Det kan være, at hvalpen har lyst til at bide os. Så det er altså det, vi har lyst til at gøre, og det, som vi kommer til at gøre, fordi vi har lyst til det. Så det er noget, der bunder og grunder i vores instinkter. I kender det sikkert fra jer selv. Jeg ved i hvert fald, at jeg kender det fra mig selv. Det er ikke fordi, jeg siger, at jeg er afhængig. Men når jeg er nede og handle, så sker det rigtig, rigtig tit, at der lige sniger sig en Pepsi Max ned i kurven. Det er det, som forretningerne de benytter sig af, når de laver deres sammensætning af varer. I ved, den der fristelsernes allé, man går ned af, når man skal til at hen til kassen. Alt det slik. Det er impulskøb, vi kommer til at gøre os, fordi vi ser noget, vi har lyst til det, og vi kommer til at handle på vores impuls, og derfor laver vi et impulskøb. Med mindre, at vi har en rigtig sej impulskontrol installeret i os selv, eller det, som man ved mennesker vil kalde behovsudsættelse eller selvkontrol. For hunden, der kan vi sige sådan noget generelt om, hvilke impulser, der er svære at styre for hunden. Det er som regel noget med noget legetøj. I kender sikkert hunden, der hopper op efter legetøjet, når man lige har taget den fra dem. Det kan være mad. Det er især nogle hunde, de kan have rigtig svært ved at styre sig omkring mad. Det kan være, at de går i godbidslommen, eller det kan være, at de lige kommer til at gå op og scanne på køkkenbordet og se, hvad der er deroppe. Det kan også være på jagt. Der er sikkert nogen af jer, der har prøvet, at jeres hund går på en hare eller på et rådyr. Det er fordi, at det er en impuls. De har lyst til at gå efter dyret, og derfor gør de det. For nogle hunde, specielt retrievere, der kan sådan noget som vand også være en kæmpe stor impuls, noget der trækker i hunden, så den kommer til at hoppe ud i vandet. Så det er sådan de generelle impulser, der er i vores hunde. Der er selvfølgelig nogen, der har nogle andre impulser. Det kan være, at det er en impulsen til at samle plastikstykker op, når man er ude og gå tur. Det kan være, at det er forskellige impulser. Men det her, det er sådan generelt det, vi kan bøvle med. Hvorfor skal vi så træne det her impulskontrol? Nu har jeg lige sagt, at det er det, vi har lyst til. Hvorfor lader vi så ikke bare vores hunde gøre det? Fordi at vi vil jo gerne være søde ved vores hunde. Hvorfor skal de så ikke bare have lov til at gøre, hvad de har lyst til? Men hvis vi får trænet det her impulskontrol, så får vi altså et langt bedre indkald. Hvis jeg satte min hund af dernede og kaldte på hende heroppe, så ville hun have mega svært ved at styre impulsen om at løbe hen til kameramanden. Fordi at hun er så glad for mennesker. Impulsen for mennesker, den trækker så meget. Men har jeg trænet impulskontrol, så kan det være, at hun tænker, det her har jeg lyst til, men jeg vælger det fra. Det samme, hvis jeg godt kunne tænke mig at træne en eller anden form for hundesport, eller at jeg gerne bare godt kunne tænke mig, at jeg kan sige bliv til min hund og gå hen og skubbe min datter på gyngen, og så bliver min hund der rent faktisk. Det kræver faktisk også en del impulskontrol. Fordi at når hunden ligger der i en bli, så er der mange impulser, hunden kan gå på. Det kunne være, at der lå et æbleskrog lidt længere hen, som hunden havde lyst til at kravle hen til, eller noget i den stil. Og det kræver altså impulskontrol at have lyst til noget, men at vælge det fra. Så det vil altså sige, at når det er sådan, at vi får trænet det her impulskontrol, så kan vi som mennesker have en langt større følelse af kontrol, når vi er sammen med vores hunde. Fordi de ikke handler på alle deres impulser. Og det bliver også lettere, det der med belønning. Fordi at vi behøver ikke hele tiden at sørge for, at godbidslommen er lukket, eller noget af den stil, eller vi kan lægge et stykke legetøj ud, som hunden kan løbe til, eller hvad det kunne være. Så det bliver lettere for os at træne med vores hunde rent generelt, hvis vi har installeret lidt impulskontrol i vores hund. Vi kan håndtere det her impulskontrol på rigtig mange forskellige måder. Jeg vil næsten æde min gamle hat, hvis jeg havde sådan en, på at I har prøvet alle 5, eller i hvert fald de 4 første, på et eller andet tidspunkt sammen med jeres hund. Fordi der er de her 5 metoder, vi kan håndtere impulskontrol på. Og de 4 første er sådan de gængse måder at håndtere det på. Vi kan slukke ildebranden. Slukke ildebranden er det, jeg gør, når det er sådan, at min lille valp på 4 måneder har været ude og hente toiletpapiret, og toiletpapirsrullen desværre eksploderede i hele stuen. Så gør jeg det, at jeg rydder toiletpapiret op og tænker, hold nu fast, hvor jeg er glad for, at hun bliver ældre. Det er også det, jeg gør, når jeg kommer hjem til min valp, og den har væltet potteplanten. Så farer jeg sammen og tænker, ej, det var irriterende, men hvor er det godt, den bliver ældre. Så når jeg slukker ildebranden, så håber jeg håber, at det fikser sig af sig selv med tiden. Jeg håber på, at det ligesom er noget, der sker af sig selv, og jeg gør egentlig ikke noget ved det. Jeg lægger ikke nogen strategier for, hvordan det ikke skal ske igen. Jeg tænker bare, det var sket. Det kan I sikkert godt genkende for jer selv i en eller anden sammenhæng sammen med jeres hund. Så kan jeg håndtere de her impulser. Hvis jeg skal håndtere impulserne, så er det det, jeg gør, hvis min hund tikker, og jeg så bare sætter sådan et børnegitter op og propper min hund ud i gangen. Så putter jeg altså min hund væk. Jeg håndterer, at jeg ikke har lyst til, at den skal tikke. Det er også det, jeg gør, hvis det er sådan, at min hund slikker mig helt vildt meget i hovedet, når jeg kommer hjem, så skubber jeg den bare ned. Jeg håndterer det. Det kan være, at jeg også holder fast i selen. Jeg håndterer det bare. Jeg lægger ikke nogen sådan decideret strategi for, hvordan det skal blive bedre. Jeg håndterer bare situationen, imens den er der. Så min hund lærer ikke rigtig noget af det, men jeg kommer ikke til at bøvle med det i den her situation. Det vil altså sige, at det bliver en lille smule mere besværligt for mig, og egentlig ikke for hunden. Den synes bare, det er lidt træls. Det kan også være, at jeg har en hund, der stikker af efter æren, når jeg er ude at gå, eller ænder, eller rådyr, eller hare. Så putter den bare i snor, fordi så kan den jo ikke stikke af, så har jeg håndteret det. Så når det er sådan, at jeg håndterer impulserne, så justerer jeg på mine drømme om, hvordan jeg ønskede det var at have hund. Jeg laver om på det billede, jeg havde, og laver det lidt til noget andet. Det bliver lidt mere besværligt for mig. Og det bliver lidt mere udmattende for mig, for jeg skal hele tiden tænke, okay, når jeg kommer hjem, skal jeg lige fange selen, så jeg holder min hund nede, eller jeg skal have min hund i snor, selvom at jeg drømte om at kunne gå løs med min hund. Det har I sikkert også alle sammen prøvet på en eller anden måde. Det der med at lave en måde at håndtere det på, i stedet for at lave en strategi for at træne det. Så kan jeg bruge strafbaseret. Når det er sådan, jeg siger strafbaseret, så kan det godt ske, at vi tænker, jeg straffer aldrig min hund. Men det kommer vi alle sammen til en gang imellem. For vi kommer alle sammen til at sige nej, eller gøre et eller andet. Det kan være, at vi hoster på et tidspunkt, hvor hunden er ved et eller andet, som den egentlig ikke skulle. Så kan det være, at vi kommer til at hoste, og så tænker hunden, nej, det måtte jeg ikke. Det er strafbaseret. Så når det er sådan, at jeg snakker strafbaseret, så er det den følelse, der lander hos hunden. Ikke det vores intention er, men det, der sker nede hos hunden, der er altafgørende. Strafbaseret, der har vi meget tankegang om, du burde vide bedre, du skal ikke tage pizzaen fra sofabordet. Gider du godt lade være med det? Lad være! Det er den tanke, vi har. Du burde vide bedre. Vi kommer til at dominere hunden en smule og skælde den ud. Det kan også være, at hunden er ved at tisse på noget tævetis, og vi trækker den med. Hvis det er en meget blød hund, så vil den sige, undskyld, jeg kom til at gøre det. Og så har vi altså brugt strafbaseret træning. Så det er altså følelsen hos hunden. Det vil jeg næsten være med i os alle sammen prøvet. Jeg ved i hvert fald, jeg kommer til det en gang imellem. Også hvis jeg kommer til at time noget, der ikke er så godt. Her den anden dag, jeg har en 7 måneders valg. Hun var lige op og kigge på vores spisebord, for der havde jeg lige pakket min træningstaske ud, hvor der lå nogle bolde. Så hun lavede lige den her. Og i samme øjeblik, der kom der gennemtræk, så der var en dør, der smækkede. Så hun blev sygt forskrækket. Det var strafbaseret, fordi hun troede, at det havde sammenhæng med, at hun hoppede op på bordet. Så vi kommer altså alle sammen til det på den ene eller på den anden måde. Så kan vi bruge lokketræning. Lokketræning, det kender I sikkert også alle sammen rigtig godt. Lokketræning, det går ud på, at vi viser hunden, hvad den kan få i stedet for. så har jeg en hund, ligesom heroppe på billedet, der er sygt glad for at grave efter mus, så den graver helt vildt meget efter mus. Så kan det være, at jeg begynder at ryste med et stykke pelslegetøj, der kan pive lidt, og sige, du kan få den her i stedet for, det er meget sjovere. Og det er altså lokning. Så hunden kan lave en cost-benefit-analyse. Musehul, der garanteret ikke er noget i, eller legetøj. Musehul, legetøj. Okay, legetøj. Så når det er sådan, vi lokker vores hund væk fra en impuls, så skal vi altså op og matche, hvad den her impuls har af værdi for hunden. Hvad det forstærker hunden. Og det kan altså nogle gange være svært. Jeg ved i hvert fald, at jeg kunne have svært ved min gamle hund at matche ændernes værdi, fordi han var bare sygt glad for at hytte ænder. Så der vil jeg ikke bare kunne stå med et stykke vattet pelslegetøj, selvom det havde piv i. Men der blev jeg nødt til at træne det her impulskontrol på en anden måde. Så kan vi også træne via It's Your Choice, og det er det, jeg vil bruge resten af oplægget til at snakke omkring. It's Your Choice betyder, at det skal være hundens eget valg. Vi tager ansvaret fra vores skuldre, det er rart, og stoler på, at hunden træffer de rigtige valg. Vi putter altså valget ned til hunden. Det skal altså være hundens egen idé at træffe de rigtige valg. Og det gør vi altså ved at håndtere omgivelserne. Vi håndterer det, så det eneste logiske er at træffe det rigtige valg. Det er en relationsbaseret træning, som går meget ud på sådan noget lag-på-lag-træning, hvor vi bygger det langsomt op og laver valgene lette og laver dem sværere og sværere og sværere. Sådan så det simpelthen kun kan blive de rigtige valg, der er de eneste indlysende valg. Jeg har taget det her billede med, fordi at, det er sådan ligesom et trofæ på, hvad It's Your Choice kan gøre. Det er taget inden fra en terrassedør. Det er min lille søn på 1,5 år. Han sidder med et pølsehorn. Og så står der 3 hunde omkring ham, som er trænet med It's Your Choice. De vil gerne være sammen med ham. De fleste hunde, der er ikke nogen voksne derude. Jeg står inde bag en dør, så de ved ikke, jeg er der. Men de fleste hunde vil bare være gået hen til sådan 1,5 år, og jeg har sagt, haps, jeg tager den lige. Men de 3 hunde, de har fundet ud af, at det kan betale sig at vælge fra. Så de står egentlig bare og kigger på ham. Fordi det kan ikke give mening at gå hen og tage det, for det eneste rigtige valg for dem er at lade være med at tage det. For de har oplevet noget, de har lyst til, og så vælger de det fra. Det skal altså være hundens eget valg, og det er en mega vigtig nuance. For vi kommer hurtigt til at træffe valg på hundens halvdel, eller hvad man skal sige, banehalvdel. Det er os, der ofte kommer til at træffe hundens valg. Det gør vi ved at lige at trække den væk fra tævetisset. Det gør vi ved at sige, ej, kom nu. Det gør vi ved at sige, kommer du? Og de fleste lydige hunde, de vil sige, ja, det gør jeg, mor. Okay, jeg kommer nu. Så det gælder altså om at lægge ansvaret ned til hunden, og gøre det til hundens eget valg. For hvad sker der, hvis det er vores valg? Så bliver det vores ansvar, at hunden træffer de rigtige valg. Hvis det er os, der skal gå rundt og sige nej til alle de her impulser. Nej, du må ikke gå efter anden. Nej, du må ikke gå efter hjernet. Nej, du skal ikke tage pizzaen fra sofabordet. Så bliver det altså vores valg, vores ansvar. Og det, der så sker, er, at lige så snart vi går ud af rummet, lige så snart hunden er alene, eller lige så snart de 3 hunde er alene med den 1,5-årige med et pølsehorn i hånden, så vælger de at gå på deres impuls, fordi det er det, de har lyst til. Fordi det der nej, det er jo kun gældende, så længe vi er en del af det. Så det handler altså rigtig meget om ansvarsfordeling. Vi skal huske på, at vi samarbejder med vores hunde. For de fleste, så er betydningen af samarbejdet, det er, jeg bestemmer, og du skal følge efter. I min optik er det ikke helt samarbejde. I et samarbejde, der har vi lige ansvar. Det kan godt ske, det er den ene, der træffer målene, eller sætter målene. Men vi skal være fælles om at nå de her mål. Så det handler altså rigtig meget om, at vi skaber en relation, hvor vi samarbejder hele vejen. Og det er ikke kun af os, der har en eller anden idé eller forestilling om, hvordan det skal være at være sammen med os og vores hund. Nej, det skal være hundens egen idé. For det er faktisk sådan, at vores egne idéer er altid det bedste. Og der kan jeg fortælle en lidt skæg anekdote, synes jeg selv, om min mand. Det er sådan, at vi har 2 små børn. De er ikke så små mere, men da de var små, der gik jeg altid og sagde til ham, når vi skal ud i regnvejr, så skal du altid tage de her regnbukser ud over gummistøvlerne, for ellers bliver børnene våde. Min mand gjorde det aldrig. Det var jo ikke hans idé, så hvorfor skulle han gøre det, og hvorfor? Det var da bare mere besværligt. Børnene gad det ikke rigtigt. Så en dag, der skulle vi alle 5 ud, altså vores børn og vores hund og mig og min mand. Og så ender jeg med at lade ham lige sørge for, at børnene kommer i tøjet, og jeg skal desværre lige ordne noget med min hund. Da vi kommer ud, har børnene jo selvfølgelig ikke de her sådan, regnbukser ud over gummistøvlerne. Og vi er ude i silende regn, og det er vi i en times tid. Og da vi kommer hjem, der skal jeg desværre lige på toilettet. Så det bliver min mand, der skal tage tøjet af vores børn. Og da jeg kommer ud fra toilettet, der sker der så det, at min mand kommer sådan meget sådan hen til mig, som om, at nu har han opfundet den dybe tallerken. Skat, når vi har været ude, eller når vi skal ud, så skal du altså huske at tage regnbukserne ud over gummistøvlerne. For ellers så bliver de våde. Jeg har lige måttet skifte begge børnene. Både deres bukser og deres strømper. Og lagt deres sko til tørre, fordi de var plaskvåde. Det vil altså sige, at han fik idéen selv. Det var lige pludselig hans idé, at vi skulle tage regnbukserne ud over gummistøvlerne. Hvilket så resulterede i, at efterfølgende, hver gang, stadig den dag i dag, selvom det er flere år siden, så kommer han lige hen og tjekker. Okay, du har taget regnbukserne ud over gummistøvlerne. Det var godt, skat. Så han fik lige pludselig ansvaret, fordi det var hans idé. Vores egne idéer er altid de bedste. Og kan vi plante de rigtige idéer i vores hunds hoved, så ender det med, at de tjekker os op på, om de har valgt rigtigt. Så når de ser et ærn, så siger de, se, der er et ærn, så du det, og jeg vælger dig, kan du se det? Det er altså et mega godt valg, jeg laver. Og så kan vi altså tage ansvaret fra vores skuldre, og lige pludselig, så synes hunden, at det er det fedeste valg at vælge ikke at gå efter ærnet. Så det meget handler om, det er at træne til situationen. Så vi laver en masse lege. Det kan være godbidder i en kop, som hunden ikke må tage, men den bliver belønnet helt vildt for ikke at tage dem. Det kan være flirtpole, det kan være alle mulige forskellige impulskontrollege. Der findes rigtig mange forskellige impulskontrollege. Dem træner vi i meget kontrollerede setups, sådan så at det bliver mega nemt for hunden at vælge impulserne fra. Vi leger med impulsen, men vi leger med nogle impulser, vi kan styre. Altså godbidder i en kop, en flirtpole, vi har. En flirtpole er sådan en lang ridepisk, longepisk, med et stykke pels i enden, som man kan styre lidt, så det simulerer lidt, at der er en kanin, der hopper hen ad jorden. Så vi leger altså med de her impulser, men impulser, vi kan styre, og impulser, vi kan lære hunden at vælge fra. Så hunden får rigtig mange af de valg, hvor den tænker, hold da fast, det her har jeg lyst til, men jeg vælger det lige fra, for det kan bedre betale sig. Hov, det her har jeg lyst til, men jeg vælger det fra. Og de laver rigtig mange af det her valg, for så lærer de nemlig at genkende den impulsive følelse. De lærer at kende det her, det her har jeg lyst til. Og når der er noget, jeg har lyst til, så skal jeg lige vælge det fra og tjekke ind i samarbejdet og se, om det er noget, vi skal. Så hvis vi leger med genkendeligheden af den impulsive følelse, for det er rent faktisk en følelse at have lyst til noget, og lærer vi vores hund, at hver gang den ligesom mærker den her sådan, det har jeg lyst til, så skal du lige tjekke ind med mig. Og nogle gange får du lov til at tage det, andre gange, så skal du ikke. Så er det, at vi har trænet til situationen, og ikke i situationen. Fordi der er mange, der sådan siger, kommer med argumentet med, jamen jeg kan ikke træne på det der med, at min hund løber efter rådyr, for jeg kan jo ikke styre, hvor rådyrene er. Nej, men vi kan træne på følelsen af at løbe efter rådyrene. Og følelser, det er lettere at generalisere end alt muligt andet. Så det handler altså rigtig meget om at manipulere med omgivelserne. Sæt hunden op til succes, til at lave de rette valg, sådan så de virkelig træffer de her valg, som er de mest effektive og bedste for samarbejdet. Så øvelse gør mester, og jo mere vi træner det her, jo bedre bliver det. Fordi vi bliver altså bedre til det, vi gør meget. Vi kan lege en masse små, konkrete lege, som sagt, og lege rigtig meget med den her engage-disengagement. Det hedder engage-disengagement games, altså at være engageret i noget, for derefter at vælge det fra. Og dem er der altså rigtig mange af, vi kan lege. Hovedsageligt findes der 3 måder, vi kan træne det her på. Vi kan enten vælge at fjerne fristelsen, belønne i tide, eller køre udslukning. Hvis vi fjerner fristelsen, så er det det, jeg gør, hvis min hund har lyst til at komme ud af døren, men jeg neutralt lukker den igen. Det vigtige her er, at jeg gør det neutralt, så jeg ikke træffer valget på hundens vegne. Så jeg ikke siger, nej, du må ikke komme ud af døren, men bare lukker den lige så stille. Fordi så er der jo ikke rigtig noget valg at træffe. Vælger den det bare fra. Det er også det, jeg kan gøre, hvis jeg har en skål med godbidder. Så kan jeg lægge min hånd neutralt hen over de her godbidder, og så vil hunden vælge det fra. Og lige så langsomt kan hunden lære, når der står en skål med godbidder, så er det faktisk ikke meningen, at jeg skal tage den, men jeg bliver belønnet for ikke at tage den. Vi kan også belønne i tide. Så belønne og ligesom tage de her briller på, hvor at vi leder efter alt det, vi har lyst til, alt det, vi har brug for, alt det, vi gerne vil have. Og så få belønnet for det. Der har Hella Juf en fantastisk regel. Jeg ved ikke, om I har læst papmaché-reglen. Men i den bog, der har hun en regel, der hedder pizzareglen. Og den der pizzaregel, den går ud på, at jeg kan ikke ringe til pizzamanden og sige, hallo pizzamand, jeg kunne mega godt tænke mig en pizza. Fordi så kommer pizzamanden med en pepperoni-pizza. Og når pizzamanden så kommer med den pepperoni-pizza, var faktisk bare overhovedet ikke det, jeg havde lyst til. Jeg havde lyst til en kebabpizza med salat og dressing, men det kunne pizzamanden ikke vide. For jeg sagde bare, at jeg havde lyst til en pizza. Det kan også være, at jeg sagde, at jeg har ikke lyst til en skinkepizza. Men lige så snart vi bruger ordet ikke. Jeg vil ikke have, at min hund løber efter rådyr. Jeg vil ikke have, at min hund hopper op. Jeg vil ikke have, at min hund spiser pizzaen fra sofabordet. Lige så snart jeg bruger det her lille ord, der hedder ikke, så er der alt for mange hylder at vælge på for hunden. Og så er der alt for meget, hunden kan vælge at gøre i stedet for. Så jeg bliver nødt til at komme med en alternativ adfærd. Så hvis jeg ikke vil have, at min hund gør og hopper op af mine gæster, så bliver jeg nødt til at formulere, hvad jeg vil have, den skal gøre i stedet for. Så kan det være, at når det er sådan, at der banker på, så vil jeg have, at hunden skal lægge sig i sin kurv. Og så kan den få belønning for det. Det er sådan, at det sted, vi mennesker og hunde adskiller os mest, det er ved at generalisere og diskriminere. For vi mennesker er absurd gode til at generalisere. Det er derfor, at et lille 3-årigt barn kan sige, det er en hund til en Grand Danois, men samtidig også kan sige, det er en hund til en Chihuahua. Selvom hunde er den art, der har den allerstørste variation i pels, højde og drøjde, så kan et lille 3-årigt barn godt genkende en hund, ligegyldigt hvilken hund det er. Også til trods for, at den der Grand Danois er på størrelse med en shetlandspony, og til trods for, at en papillon eller en chihuahua er på størrelse med en kat, så kan vi godt genkende, at det er en hund. Hundene har det lige præcis omvendt. De er mægtig gode til at diskriminere. De er gode til at finde få gram narkotika i en kæmpemæssig lufthavn. Altså den der lille bitte duft, der skiller sig ud fra alle de andre dufte. De er gode til, hvis det er en vogterhund, at skelne venner fra fjender. De er gode til, hvis det er en hyrdehund, at finde det ene får ud af 500 får, der går mærkeligt og hørte det fra. Så de er altså gode til at se det, der skiller sig ud, eller skiller sig ud i forhold til det normale. Og dermed er de enormt dårlige til at generalisere. Fordi det er lige præcis det, vi har brugt dem til, det er at finde det, der er mærkeligt. Så det er det, vi har selekteret dem til igennem avl, igennem mange år. Så de er gode til at diskriminere. Så derfor skal vi altså huske den her generaliseringsting. Vi skal huske på, at generalisering er det allersværeste for vores hunde. Fordi det kan hurtigt gå hen, de her øvelser her kan hurtigt gå hen og blive et partytrick. Ligesom krigshandler Olof Larsen fra Matador, der siger, det er en tysker, det er en tysker, nu er det en dansker. Lige så snart, at det bliver sådan et trick, så er det ikke noget, vi kan bruge i praksis på ænder, eller på andre hunde, eller på en mudderpøl. Så vi skal altså blive ved med at lave det mærkeligt, blive ved med at generalisere på det. Det kan være, at i de her lege, at vi skal prøve at træne det i vores nattøj, eller i en kjole. Hvis vi altid træner det med en træningsvest på, så kan det være, at hunden har diskrimineret, at det er, når jeg har træningsvesten på, at jeg skal gøre det. Eller det kan være, at vi skal gøre det, uden at have legetøjet i lommen. Fordi det kan være, at hunden har fundet ud af, at det er, når legetøjet er i lommen, jeg skal gøre det her. Så vi skal altså prøve at tænke det mærkeligt, gøre det mærkeligt og gøre det anderledes hele tiden. Så det her impulskontrol er altså en form for grundtræning. Det er fundamentet for al træning. For har hunden ikke et minimum gran af impulskontrol, så er det svært at lave noget som helst med den. Så alle hunde har en eller anden form for impulskontrol. Hvordan de har lært det er jo sådan, der er jo de forskellige metoder. Men det er altså fundamentet. Man skal blive ved med at træne det her hele hundens liv, fordi hunden diskriminerer hurtigt situationerne. Jeg går ekstremt sjældent i højhælede sko. Min gamle border collie, han havde luret den. Så en dag, der var jeg ude og gå med ham i højhælede sko, og så gik han på en and, hvilket han ellers aldrig gjorde. Men det var fordi, tror jeg, at det bare var lidt anderledes. Og han var 6 år, til trods for det, at han ikke havde gået på en and rigtig længe. Så se det her som relationsskabende træning og en hyggelig tid sammen med din hund. Se det som kvalitetstid, fordi det kan vi virkelig bruge det til. Og det er fantastisk at træne det her impulskontrol. Det er nogle hyggelige små lege. Det er køkkengulvstræning, vi kan lave om aftenen. Imens teen er ved at blive trække, så kan vi lige lave en impulskontrol-leg, og så kan vi gå tilbage til teen. Så bare små træningspas i løbet af dagen er fantastisk fint at lave med sin hund, fordi det er relationsopbyggende. Tusind tak, fordi I lyttede med. Yes, det var sådan det, jeg havde.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Thanks for that. Now we will have 2 minutes break, and then afterwards the reading dogs will come and talk to us a bit about their job, what they're doing, and how this is helping the kids. So, 2 minutes break. Hello and welcome. We are back here again, and this time it's the reading dogs. So bid a warm welcome and take it away, girls.
Hello, we are Charlotte and Heidi from the Danish version of Reading Dogs. Today we will tell you more about what a reading dog is, why there's a big need for reading dogs in Denmark, and finally what is it these dogs are doing to the children that had such a huge impact on them. I will start telling you what a reading dog is and why there's such a big need for us, and Charlotte will finally tell us about more about the effect of reading dogs, where she also want to introduce herself. While we are speaking, we will show you pictures up here of our lovely reading dogs and their interaction with the children on the big screen. I'll start with introducing myself. I'm Heidi, and I have been a volunteer part of Reading Dogs since 2018. First as a reading team with my dog Merle, and soon after I also joined the board at the association. Merle and I have been reading at our local library for about 4 years with all kinds of children, but now she has retired. I chose to stay put and are still working as a volunteer behind the scenes in the organization. Mainly because I can see the huge impact that the dogs have on the children. But back to the purpose of our existence. The purpose of our work in Reading Dogs is to provide motivation and a desire to read to children with reading challenges. Volunteer reading teams are working in local libraries and local schools across the country. They meet up with children every week for a 6-week period, and they create a different and relaxed reading time. We primarily help children with reading challenges between the age 7 and 12, and it's worth noticing that the offer is free. When you get help from a reading dog, you don't learn to read, but you're being motivated to practice reading together with the dog. But you can say that we will teach you how to learn, how to read, how to love to read a book. There are 2 main reasons for why we need reading dogs in Denmark. Firstly, we have seen a huge drop in the reading literacy level, and secondly, a great drop in the desire to read. A study published this week showed that the reading literacy of Danish students in 4th grade has gone backwards. That means that now 25% of Danish 4th graders reads below expected reading level. Secondly, we all know the problem with lack of reading desire, because we all love our smartphones. We spend too much time on social media, which result in less time for reading. And that also means problems with concentration. We know a child's self-confidence and success at school is closely linked to reading levels. Clearly, practice makes perfect, but we also know that getting a child to practice can be very hard. Reading dogs can help us with this. And as you will hear today, we have already helped many children along the way. So what is the definition of a Danish reading dog? Well, one of the questions I get asked a lot when I speak about reading dogs is, can the dog really read? I must say no, not quiet, but it can listen. More specific, a reading dog is a friendly and child-loving dog that motivates children to read with being patiently and is very interested in any story presented for it. A reading dog neither judges nor corrects the child, but offers the calmness and presence that creates security and trust in the child. In other words, a reading dog helps create a positive and different reading experience, and the result is an increased desire to read. When did all this start? Back in 2014, A group of enthusiasts with a background in school, reading, library, and dog behavior founded the Reading Dog Association. The inspiration for this offer was primarily found in America and Great Britain, where they had similar offers for this, like this for quite some time. Since 2022, we have been a part of the Foundation of Social Responsibility, which is a non-profit umbrella fund for voluntary social efforts. We are very grateful to have been taken under their wings and to now have an even bigger opportunity for scaling our offer and being able to help even more children. Our vision has been, and still is, that all children with reading challenges should have the opportunity to get help from a reading dog. At the moment, we approximately have 130 reading team, which means that the majority of the reading teams reads at public libraries and the rest at school. Sorry. Okay, I'll continue on that one. And the rest in the school during school, yeah. Sorry, I will take that part about our reading dogs again. I don't know how much I was able to hear. Now, at the moment, we have approximately 130 reading dogs. The majority reads at the libraries, and the rest reads in schools during school hours. Sorry. Since we started, we have helped over 3,000 children through 300 dogs, and hopefully that number will increase fast in the future. The study mentioned earlier also showed that the weaker readers have become weaker, and that the number of students in this group is increasing. We'll take a break again. We can agree on that.
Not be left unattended in the past at any time. The exhibitors, the dog owners, are responsible for safeguarding the welfare of the dogs at dog shows. Therefore, it's forbidden to put the dog in a situation that can be dangerous for its health and welfare, such as leaving it in the car in hot weather. Please be aware that this is very important. Don't leave your dogs in the cars. Not now, not in an hour, not when the judging is finished. You just have to take care that your dog is attended to at all times, and that means not leaving the car. Thank you.
Well, I think we can all agree of no dogs in the cars. But back to the study I mentioned earlier, it showed that the weaker readers have become weaker, and that the number of students in this category is rising. So there's definitely a need for us out there. But now you might ask, how does it work in practical terms? As I told in the beginning, I have Merle, who is now a retired reading dog, who will spend 30 minutes every week with a child for a 6 weeks period. In the beginning of that period, we often were greeted by very quiet children. But after a few sessions, we found out that they actually do have a voice. And they might even start to use that at home, where they would read for their cat, or might even their hamster. It's also important that the children find it meaningful to read. The children always get to choose what they want to read. It's not that important. It's better that they read something too easy than something too difficult. What matters is that they actually do read. The dog is not judgmental, and it's a very good listener with no preference of literature. If you're reading to a reading dog and eventually stop, then you will probably have a dog raising its head and saying, "Hey, why did you stop?" And that's often motivation enough for the children to keep on reading. So reading dogs might sound silly to many of you, but the children it quickly becomes natural for the children to read for a dog, so it works. But what is exactly the dog is doing to us? Charlotte, you will tell us about that.
Yes, and I'll just shortly introduce myself. My name is Charlotte Glindborg, and I have been collaborating with the Association of Reading Dogs for the last 3 or 4 years. I have a dual role in this. I'm a researcher in psychology, and I have been researching in human-animal bond, and which one of those types are also reading dogs. And moreover, I'm a dog therapist as well, and I'm part of the certification process for people and their dogs becoming a reading dog team. So I'll just zoom out a bit initially and talk a little bit about what are we naming these types of interventions when we include dogs in various kinds of intervention. We have 4 types of animal-assisted interventions, as we call them. There's animal-assisted therapy, which includes psychologists, occupational therapists, or physiotherapists. We have animal-assisted education, which includes teachers or pedagogues, for example, school dogs, which is not the same as reading dogs. We have animal-assisted coaching, which is more counseling, which also includes a professional counselor. And then we have the 4th type, which is animal-assisted activities, which don't require any professional skills from the handler, the dog owner. It doesn't have to be a pedagogue or teacher or anything. It just has to be a family with a dog who wants to do something with the dog. That's the type of activity reading dogs is below. So we have all heard a lot about what the reading dog and the association in Denmark is doing and have been doing for quite some years. Internationally, we also know that reading dogs have been used for more than 20 years, and it's worldwide. It's USA, Canada, various places in Europe and Australia. And when we talk about reading dogs and reading dog teams, there are 2 main types of intervention, if you could call it that. The one we use here in Denmark and the Reading Association here uses is a non-interferent type, where the dog owner and the dog comes to a library or a school, and the dog and a child reads together. The child reads for a dog, and the dog owner or handler isn't interfering. It's not stopping the child when it reads wrong or have difficulties finding the right words. So it's non-interference in that way, because many of these children have, as Heidi also said, numerous experiences with being corrected or taught how to read in the right way. So in the long run, many of these children have lost their motivation to try. And that's why we add a dog to the equation, because a dog is not judgmental. It doesn't correct you if you're wrong, so it can actually help you to gain your motivation for reading again. And the other type, which is the more interventional type, is where a professional, a teacher or a pedagogue comes with a dog and also more interferes when the child stops or has read the wrong words, so they actually interfere. But it's a non-interference version we use here in Denmark. When we look at the research in reading dogs, there are like 2 main factors enhancing the reading process. And one of them I've already almost mentioned. It's increasing motivation. It's making children happy to read again. If they haven't really engaged in reading for a long time, reading for a dog can be a pleasant and fun activity. So it regulates mood, it makes you happy, it motivates you to not stop reading. And it also can help with your arousal. If you're very hyper, if you have ADHD or other types of disease or diagnosis that can have various complications in concentrating, sitting still, or etc., the dog can help you calm down. In the other end, it can help you lift your arousal if you're sad or have anxiety or stress. It can balance your mood so you have the right amount of arousal in your body to actually start the reading process. So the research within reading dogs is quite strong, and we have a lot of evidence, so it's one of the intervention types that we actually have a strong evidence to build on. The last part I will shortly mention is the screening process, because we often have a lot of focus on that if we just include a dog, everything gets better. But it's the human-animal bond. If you, as a dog owner, handler, you must be a team. So in the screening process, we look as dog therapists at the human-animal bond. How is the dog handler, owner, capable of reading the dog's body language, when to stop the reading process? Is the dog showing any sign of stress or discomfort in the situation? How can we make a safe environment for the dog in this situation? So we look very much also on the dog welfare. Not all dogs are capable of being reading dogs or any other intervention type. They are too stressed or they are not comfortable in the situation, then it doesn't work. So even though the dog owner can have an ambition about using their dog in various interventions, we must look at the dog. Is it comfortable in doing this? How is the dog acting when the child is reading? How is the dog acting when the child is touching the dog? Is the dog owner capable in these situations of intervening so the dog is always comfortable here? So we look both at the dog and the owner and how they collaborate in this session. So I think that's pretty much it.
It is.
So
Thank you very much for listening.
So, thank you so much. The next one we are going to see is rally obedience. They will be here in 1:30, so get some coffee and so on, and then they will be right back. We have some really skilled dogs on the floor. Some of them are on the Danish national team, so they're extremely skilled to show this exact sport. So half an hour at 1:30, then we're ready again for rally obedience.
du det hele med? Helle. Helle.
Kæledyr er noget helt specielt. Fra første øjekast til et helt liv sammen. Vi deler alt og er der altid for hinanden. Agria skaber tryghed for dyr og mennesker. Jeg er der for jer, hvis noget går galt. Livslang kærlighed fortjener livslang tryghed.
And welcome again here at the main ring. Nice to see so many people. Today or now we're going to see the rally obedience team. We have the judge, Brian Binderup, that's here to talk to us about what rally obedience is. And we have some very skilled people on the floor. Some of them are at the national team. So some of the dogs we're going to see here are some of the best in Denmark. So, bit of warm welcome to Brian Binderup and the dogs.
Hi everyone, my name is Brian and I'll be hosting this showcase of rally obedience for the approximately next 45 minutes. With me today I have Pia, Annette in the back, Camilla and Trine and the dogs, and I will give a proper presentation of them when they will be entering the ring. We have a course in the center here, and we are basing this on the newly released science for the FCI Rally Obedience, which is going to be used in a world championship in rally obedience later on. do not know when yet, but this is the science, and this is some of the best competitors we have in Denmark. So we will some of us exit the ring, and Pia will start, and welcome in. So entering the ring is Pia with her dog Breeze. Breeze is a 3-year-old border collie. Pia is part of the Danish national team this year and will be competing in Norway in autumn in the Nordic Championships. Breeze has become a Danish rally champion at the age of just a little over 2.5 years, and gained the title Rally Super Champion. And have competed in the Danish Championship in advanced class in 2022. Breeze is competing in and has gained titles in many different dog sports, including nose work and heel work to music, besides rally. Pia loves to work on precision in all of the rally exercises and believes that it should be fun and motivating to train with the dog every day. And what we have here is a course of 19 signs. When we work with the Nordic rally, we have between 18 and 20 signs. It's just exercises. Each sign is one exercise. And I'll try to go through a little bit about what Pia is doing. She's already now at sign number 9, which is 270 degrees left turn. Now going into one of the very fun exercises where the dog has to step in front, sit, and then turn to the left, sit, and turn to the right and sit. There you go. Moving on to the next one, moving down, walk around the dog. Going into a stand, not a stand, and a turn apart. And some of you can see the monitor up here, where there is a course design, so you can see what the team are doing. And there will be randomly popping up a description of each of the exercises that we have in the FCI Rally Obedience, just recently published. And important to mention here is that while these are some of the best competitors we have in Denmark, we have classes from beginner's class to intermediate class to advanced class to champion class and a senior class in Denmark. So you can start in rally obedience with all dogs, and everyone is welcomed. Thank you to Pia. And oh, Trine is already ready, coming in behind me. Yeah, starting on the right course. We have some training courses in the side when we rebuild the course for later. Trine is here with Heidu. Heidu is not even 2 years old yet. He is an American miniature shepherd. And Trine and Heidu is also part of the Danish national team and will also be competing in the Nordic Championship in Norway this autumn. Heidu started his rally career at 10 months and 8 days old, scoring 99 of 100 points in the beginner's class. I'll get into the point system a little bit later. This was only 8 days after the competitors allowed to start in rally obedience in Denmark. And in just about 6 months, Hedu has become a rally champion in Denmark, so this is really an early starter. Trine describes Hedu as being still a baby, but one who lives to work. And Trine's most important task is to make sure that Hedu takes some time off and enjoys life with the other 3 dogs he lives with. Trine loves rally for its diversity and how everyone is welcomed, both those who love to work with the slightest details and the rookies who have just started. Trine believes that her dogs must think that everything is a game when training, and challenges is something that they resolve together. Rally can provide this for them. So you will see Trine doing the same course as Pia was just before. Just a little bit about the pointing system. In rally obedience, you start with 100 points, and if something is not done right, you get a point deduction. And this can be all from very small deductions to bigger deductions. If the dog is askew or similar, it can cost 1 point. If an exercise is done totally incorrect, it's a 10 points minus. Thank you to Trine and Hedu. Next up is Camilla. And Camilla is entering with Itzy. Itzy is on the other end of the scale, a 10-year-old border collie. Camilla and Itzy was one of the runner-ups to be part of the Danish national team this year. We had a very close competition over 6 qualifying rounds. Itzy has also been an agility dog, but is now mostly retired, and rally has over the years been a side bonus for Itzy next to the agility. Itzy and Camilla have competed in championships in another organization than the Dansk Kennel Klub. For the past 5 years in a row, they have been to the Danish championship in that organization. Camilla really enjoys the cooperation between her and Itzy, which Rally have provided, and enjoys that Itzy is ready to work with anything that Camilla puts her up to. Camilla also mentions the diversity of breeds in rally as one of the highlights she sees. This is really a dog sport where everyone is welcomed. Not everyone can compete on the highest level, but everyone is welcome from the beginner's class, and it's really nice to see that many different breeds are able to work with the rally obedience and have fun on their own levels. So if you look at the monitor, you can again see that you have the course up there, giving you just a little bit of an overview of what the teams are doing in the ring. So Camilla entered a running sign, and now going back to the normal pace. Now into a sit, 90 degrees stand, and 90 degrees sit, and 90 degrees down. So in rally obedience, you are, when on the course, not allowed to use treats, but the 4 dogs you see here today are going to be here for quite a while. They're going to do 2 full courses and some training exercises. So there can be treats given in the ring, of course, when we are training with the dogs. This is for, yeah, please give Camilla a big hand. And entering the ring is Annette and Asti. Asti is a 6-year-old Labrador Retriever. Asti is, and Annette is also part of the Danish national team and will also be competing in the Norwegian championship this year in autumn. Annette and Asti have qualified 3 times to the Danish National Championship, and they won the championship in the intermediate class in 2019, and were also part of the Danish national team in 2021. Annette actually started with rally obedience back in 2014 with her former flat coat retriever Dina, and she has been hooked to rally ever since. Annette calls Asti her happy pill and her best playmate. And a side shift between legs. A moving stand and going around the dog. Next going to send her around the cone. That's the center before the sign. There. Picking. Oh! That's what happens. Also when we're at the championships, something is not going as expected. Asti was supposed to be on the other side of the cone, but a little bit too happy about Annette just today. Yeah. And the sit exercise. And to the side. Very nice. So if you look at the monitor, this is actually the sign that Annette was just doing, the 416. You can see there's a description of each of the signs there. Going to be a little bit much for you to read through them all, but they are going to be there in random order. When working with these signs, there are different difficulties. So we have a series of 1-point sign, a series of 2-point signs, a series of 3-point signs, and a series of 4-point signs. And when building a course, there should be a certain number of 3- and 4-point signs for the course to be valid. So you can see that on the monitor. There's right now showcasing, now it switched to the course, but there's a showcase of a side step, which was in the 3 series. Then we have 2 side steps, which are in the 4 series. You'll see those signs when we move to the training exercises. And they are quick on the course today, and then Asti is already done. So, yeah, very nice. Give her a big hand. There will be a course redesign now. So I'll stop talking and I'll redesign the course. And while I redesign, the teams is going to rotate on the training modules. We have a training module up here in the end. And we have a training module starting here on the right side to me and going in, turning around and ending up in the corner. So they will do that, and I'll turn off the microphone while redesigning the course for the next rounds. So on the training exercises now are Camilla and Itzy. You see that Camilla was doing a sit, 2 steps to the left and a sit. Now doing 2 side steps to the right. Sending Itzy to the cone. Itzy has to be standing still there, totally still. And then is recalled and has to be sent around the cone. Picked up on the other side. Into a sit stand, moving forward. Recall at the cone. Very nice. Our teams are speedy today, so we are just letting them finish all the exercise signs here so that we will move on to the next course when they've all had a go on the training courses here. Camilla on to the second training course. Sit, in front, sit, and then call back, the short side, sit. Double 180 turn. Enjoy the back part movement of the dog. Moving along with Camilla. And when we are in rally obedience, all of these exercises, or nearly all of them, has to be performed either on the left side or on the right side. So there's a lot of handling with the dog on the right side, which is different from normal obedience. So you'll see that some of the signs are changing the dog from the left side to the right. And when the dog has been in front of the handler, they are returning always to the left side in the FCI signs here. Perfect. And Annette moving into the first of the training courses. And the side step with a sit. Moving towards the dog, which can be quite a bit difficult. Then performing a side step. Dog has to be aligned with Annette. Yeah, see the alignment there? Very nice. Going in, sending Asti to the cone. So there are more cones, Asti says, which one to pick? That one. Great recovery, and Annette is naturally giving Asti a treat for finding the right cone, just because this is also just training for them. Yeah. Speedy around the cone. And Annette moving away from Asti. And an example of deductions is if Asti is moving the paws and not standing totally still, there will be a deduction from the judges. Very nice. Each time the dog is moving more than 45 degrees askew or is 45 degrees askew in a position in an exercise, a point is deducted. Asti is a little bit excited. Annette told me that she has had a little bit of a pause in her training, and then Asti is naturally extra excited to get going again. You'll see that there are a lot of sits on these FCI signs. In the Danish rally obedience, we have a senior class, and one of the things in the senior class is that dogs in the senior class do not have to do as many sits in the courses, and there are less exercises on a course and different other differences, so that everyone can still compete even if they have a still fit but old dog. Nede having to sit Ashley down while she's still on the move. Also a very tricky exercise. Notice the back part control of the dog. There's a lot of training going into that. Very nice. And we will then start the rotation for the second course. And then it is just going out before Pia is going in. So now we are again back at a full training course. And we had a bit of time before starting the first course, as the ring being clear before we were in need of it, so we could build our course and have some a little bit of checking the course for the competitors, and they haven't had the chance to do that on this second course. They have seen it only on paper, so hopefully they will remember it. But normally in rally obedience, you will have 10 minutes where you can familiarize with the course before you have to actually perform it. Very nice, and you can see there that there's not a lot of space from the recall to the next exercise, so the dog really has to run fast to get back to the handler before the next exercise. Very nice. Look at the precision. Side shift behind. And a side step. Sit, change to down, back to sit. Next one is a sit and walk around. So the dog sits, Pia moves around it. Up to a both about turn left. So Pia will now get the dog onto the right side of her. Just need to keep the balance. And now they're walking slowly. There's a slow sign. Have to perform the exercises in slow movement. Very, very nice back part control there. And back onto normal pace. So enjoy the next exercise where Pia is going to take the dog in front of her and the dog has to back away 3 lengths. Look at it moving away. Yeah. Picking back up the dog. The dog has to stand still there until Pia is on the side of it. Backing up from a sit to a stand, to a lie, down. Give a big hand to Pia. On to the course is Trine and Heido. Enjoy the attitude of this little dog. That was the thing about remembering the course when you haven't had the chance to train on it. Again, notice the back part control. Very nice. So as you can see, some of the exercises consist of many different things in the same exercise. Again here, into a sit, 90 degree into a stand, 90 degree into a sit, and then 90 degree into a down. Yeah, moving perfectly aligned with Trine. Very, very nice. And notice how this dog just loves doing this. You can see on him that he's really enjoying this, enjoying being together with Trine and doing what they both love to do. And while I love to see these dogs performing on a very, very advanced level, I'm a judge in Denmark for rally obedience, and one of the things that I enjoy the most is to see so many different breeds all performing on different levels, and all of them really enjoying being together with their handler and trainer. Yeah, very nice. So this is, rally obedience is really a dog sport for everyone, and while we are here showcasing on the highest level, it's in the beginners class. It's really for everyone to start. So no matter which dog breed you have, get going on rally obedience. You're going to love it. Trine just noticed that she was doing one of the other signs. Much better. And a big applause to Trine and Heidu. Next up is Camilla. Two times dog behind, turn around. Moving down, walk forward. And speedy up for the dog. Yeah, getting to Camilla before the next sign. Moving in front of Camilla into a sit. Back into a stand. 2 steps back into a sit and 3 steps back into a down. Camilla picking up the dog behind her. Very nice. Very nice side step. They make it look easy, but there's so many hours of training on doing exercises such as the side step. Really difficult for the dog to do. In rally obedience, you have free communication. So as long as you don't yell at the dog, you can do pretty much what you want in terms of communication. You can see that the competitors here are using their hand quite a lot. So some are using verbal cues and others are using their hands, and most are using both. But you're allowed to use what you choose, and you're allowed to talk to the dog and really encourage the dog when moving around the course. One of the things that we believe that makes the dogs really love this, they feel that this is a cooperation between them and the handler. And you can see that Izzy is really looking at Camilla with wagging tail and just love doing this. Really nice to see. And onto this exercise where the dog is backing away, back away, back away, back away. There we are. And picking up the dog. This can be quite difficult. The dog has to be standing still until Camilla picks her up. Also really nice to see how aligned the dog is when Camilla is moving backwards here. Give a big applause to Camilla. Next and last in the ring is Annette. Oh, very nice. As this going all the way down to the floor. And again, a wagging tail. The dog is really enjoying this. So much fun. All the way down to the floor. And the side step. Onto a sit, call front, sit, and then the dog behind her to the left side, and sit. Into a sit, changing the position to down, and back up to a sit. There you go. Again, if you're interested in some of the descriptions, look at the monitor. You can see some of the descriptions of the various signs. You can see there is a sign on the monitor right now about jumps. We didn't include jumps today because we have to set up our course relatively quickly and have to take it down again, and it takes a little bit more time with the jumps. So, and you can again see the course on the monitor. Very nice slow pace. This is actually much harder than it looks because we have a very excited dog who wants to really work for this, and they have to go down to a very slow pace. And you see Asti is enjoying this, jumping a little bit. Just so much fun to get back on training when they have had a break. And Asti backing away, quickly, very long, very nice. Standing totally still until Annette treats her. Yeah, that was very nice. You deserve a treat when you do things well. And a little bit askew there. That would be a 1-point deduction. There you go. Give Annette a big applause. And that is what we have for today, showing you rally obedience. And we're just going to have our competitors in. And it is still enjoying the time with Asti. So give all of them a big applause, and thank you for letting us show you some rally obedience today, and wish the three of them luck and the Nordic Championships this autumn. So thank you for today.
Thank you so much, Brian and the girls. In about 50 minutes, we will have dog dancing. There will be quite a lot of dogs here, so come and see it. Come and see what they can do with the dogs. So every dog that's going to be here has like one music number where they're gonna dance, and then the next dog is gonna arrive. And if you want to see even more of the dog dancing in freestyle, they are doing World Championship here. But they will come over here and show you what it is and show you some of the dances. So stay tuned in about 15 minutes. So get something to drink and then we'll see you right back again.
Your puppy will grow into a dog in several distinct stages, and sooner than you thought, they're almost grown. But right from the start, Royal Canin's puppy growth program provides everything your dog needs for the ideal foundation for a healthy life.
Hello everyone and welcome back. Now we have some dog dancing. So what we are going to see here is a lot of different dogs doing a lot of tricks together with their owners with music. So they have to like dance, so the tricks and the dog and the entire show will go together as a nice collaboration with the music, the dog and the handler. So what we're going to see here is some very well-trained dogs. Many of them have participated over at the World Championship over in one of the other halls. So, with a warm welcome, we have quite a lot of dogs standing ready for you.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When you dance you have to play with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with me. When we dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. When marimbas start to play, hold me close, make me sway. Like an ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with me. When we dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me.
Well done, that was Annette Dalsgaard. Very nice. The next dog we have is Ulla Hobart. That was Ulla and Shiva, and she's a Lancia. Oh, something with the sound. Next up, we have Majbrit. She has a border collie named Ali that's only 15 months, so it's a younger dog. So, bid a warm welcome to Ulla.
Skabt til jeres gavn. Men jeg ved alt omkring os her på jorden. Har et liv, har en sjæl og har et navn. I tror, at alle fremmede er fjender og behandler naturen som I vil. Men prøv at følge et fremmed spor i skoven. Der er en verden, I slet ikke kender til. Har du aldrig hørt på ulvene en stjernenat og set en vildkat blinke ned til dem? Kan du synge højt med stemmerne i bjerget? Kan du male alle vindens farver frem? Kan du male alle vindens farver frem?
It's so nice to see the dogs and their owners collaborating. That way you can just see the excitement and the joy in the dogs. So, next up we have Jette with Freddo. It's a field trail spaniel and he's 2 years old.
Ariel, listen to me. The human world, it's a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got up there. The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more is you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore they work all day, out in the sun they slave away, while we're devoting full time to floating under the sea. Down here on the fish is happy, as off through the waves they roll. The fish on the land ain't happy, they shot 'cause they in the bowl. But fish in the bowl is lucky, they in for a worse fate. One day when the boss get hungry, yes, you go beyond the pay. But oh, under the sea, under the sea, nobody beat us, fry us, and eat us in fricassee. We what the land folks loves to cook. Under the sea we have to hook up. We got no troubles. Life is the bubbles under the sea. Under the sea. Since life is sweet here, we got to be here naturally. Even the sturgeon and the ray, they get the earth and start to play. We got the spirit, you got to hear it under the sea.
Excellent. Now we have 2 young dogs. Now we go to the other end of the scale. We are gonna meet Stine. Stine has a border collie named Panda, and Panda is 9 years old. So, bid a very warm welcome to Stine.
My heart is a beat, beat, beating inside my chest. Until I get your loving, I won't get no rest. No matter what you say or do, what kind of hell you gonna put me through, I'm gonna walk trouble that you get me in. A silver tongue never gonna leave me low, but every time I try to stop myself, I just can't go. I'm gonna walk back to your arms. Yeah, you're gonna talk with all your charm. Papa done told me you're no good. Mama said don't love you 'cause she knew I would. I'm gonna walk back to your arms. Yeah, I'm gonna walk back to your arms. Close my eyes and dream about a sunny holiday. I wish that I was beaching down on Saint-Tropez, or sitting in a lobby at the fabulous Pierre, with diamonds on my fingers and not a single care. Instead, I'm on the avenue where nobody goes. The fields of green are wilted like the last summer rose. Some people call it paradise, but I call it pain. Baby, take me anywhere, but not here again. Why am I sitting in the middle of nowhere, standing here with nothing to do, wondering if I really love you? Oh, I guess that I do. Why am I sitting in the middle of nowhere, standing here with nothing to do, wondering if I really love you? Oh, I guess that I do. I know we have a chemistry. This combination's heavenly. But don't forget you promised me everything, everything. I know we have a chemistry. This combination's heavenly. But don't forget that you promised me everything.
Well done, Stine, with Panda, the 9-year-old border collie. Wow. Good. The next one we will see is Lise. She has a miniature American Shepherd, 2 years old, called Snow. Welcome, Lise.
Go crazy. So baby, why don't we just dance? Baby, why don't we just turn that TV off go crazy. So baby, why don't we just dance down the hall, maybe straight up the stairs, bouncing off the wall, floating on air, baby. Why don't we just dance? I'll cut her up. Well, it might be me, but the way I see it, the whole wide world has gone crazy. So baby, why don't we just dance? Why don't we just dance?
And that was Louise. Wow, that was high. That was Louise with the miniature American Shepherd Snow. Next up, we have Lone with Ellie. She's a 2.5-year-old border collie.
There were dragons when I was a boy. Where they went, only a few know. Our story changed the world forever.
You got a big heart. The way you see the world, it got you this far. You might have some bruises and a few scars, but you know you're gonna be okay. And even though you're scared, you're stronger than you know. If you're lost out where the lights are blinding, caught and all the stars are hiding, that's when something wild calls you home, home. If you face the fear that keeps you frozen, chase the sky into the ocean, that's when something wild calls you home, home. Sometimes the past can make the ground beneath you feel like quicksand. You don't have to worry, reach for my hand. Yeah, I know you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And even if you're scared, you're stronger than you know. Lost out where the lights are blinding, caught and all the stars are hiding, that's when something wild calls you home.
Well done. That was Lone with Ellie, the border collie, 2.5-year-old. We have a small service announcement, so there will be a tiny break in the program. So we will be back in like 4 minutes. And we are back again. This time we have Corinne. She has a border collie called Brave, a 5-year-old. Welcome.
I can see 1,000 doubts written on your face right now. Your reflection fading in and out. Lately it's been getting you down. You tell me you're okay, but your voice don't match the words you said. I hate that you're pushing me away, fighting so hard to take a breath. So, oh love, when the river runs dry, it's hard to see through blurry eyes. Don't say you're not strong enough to let me love you just the way you are. Oh love, when the river runs high, it's hard for me to watch you cry. Don't say you're not strong enough to let me love you just the way you are. So distant when you're next to me, hiding all I wanna see. The silence in the air we breathe, echoing so hopelessly. I called you yesterday and your voice didn't match the words you said. I hate you keep pushing me away, fighting so hard not to break. So, oh love, when the river runs dry, it's hard to see through blurry eyes. Don't say you're not strong enough to let me love you just the way you are. Oh love, when the river runs high, it's hard for me to watch you cry. Don't say you're not strong enough to let me love you just the way you are. All through the highs and the lows, when you were drowning in shallow waters, I held you close. Oh, when you feel all alone and it's weighing heavy on your shoulders, I hope you know. Oh love, when the river runs dry, it's hard to see through blurry the eyes. Don't say you're not strong enough to let me love you just the way you are. Oh, love, when the river runs high, it's hard for me to watch you cry. Don't say you're not strong enough to let me love you just the way you are. Oh, love, the way you are. Don't say you're not strong enough. Let me love you just the way you are.
And that was Corinne from France. She had the border collie Rêve that was 5 years old. And now on the floor we have Sandy. Sandy has a golden retriever named Ruskva, and she's 4-year-old.
All right, gentlemen, I want you to repeat after me, just how I do it. Ready? Your turn. Very good. Go ahead now. Good golly. Bring it around now. Ladies. Good golly. Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mr. Charlie Puth on keys.
When the beat drops.
Give a very warm hand to Sandy with Røska, the 4-year-old golden retriever. Next up, we have Henriette. She has a border collie that's not even 1 year old on the floor. That's Jive. So Jive is still quite new and just a big puppy. So she's gonna be interesting. Welcome Henriette and Jive.
I'm living for.
Wow, for such a young dog to perform like that, that is amazing. Next up we have Marianne. She's bringing Didi, that is a 4-year-old border collie. She did not participate in the World Championship over in Hall B, but she is a white dog. And the white dog means that is the dog that starts the party. It's the first dog on the floor. So even though she didn't participate, she was the one that opened the dance floor today. So, And for the next dog in here, we have Osand. She's bringing Brula. That is a border terrier. She's from Ukraine. And the song that she's dancing to at the dance is about her hometown. So, bid a warm welcome. Well done. That was Oksana with Brula, the border terrier from Ukraine. Next up, we have Karin. She is from Switzerland. She is bringing a Pragenrattel called Rio, and Rio is a 1.5-year-old. Thank you so much, Karin. That was Rio, 1.5-year-old, Pragenrattler from Switzerland. What is so amazing to see is you can see all of these tricks has been trained into positive reinforcement. And it's such an easy thing to see because you can see the dog energy. You can basically almost see them smile. They just love what they are doing. And we love to see that. Next up, we have Linda. She's bringing a French Bulldog named Carla. And Carla is 5-year-old. That was Linda with the French Bulldog named Carla. Next up, we have Annette with Kiro. That is a Border Collie at 3 years old. So, bid a warm welcome to Annette.
Don't you disrespect me, little man. Don't you derogate or deride. You're in my world now, not your world. And I got friends on the other side. He's got friends on the other side. That's an echo, gentlemen. Just a little something we have here in Louisiana. A little parlor trick, don't worry. Sit down at my table. Put your minds at ease. If you relax, it will enable me to do anything I please. I can read your future. I can change it around some too. I look deep into your heart and soul. You do have a soul, don't you, Lawrence? Make your wildest dreams come true. I got voodoo, I got hoodoo, I got things I ain't even tried. And I got friends on the other side.
He's got friends on the other side.
On you, little man, I don't want to waste much time. You've been pushed around all your life. You've been pushed around by your mother and your sister and your brother. And if you was married, you'd be pushed around by your wife. But in your future, the you I see is exactly the man you always wanted to be. Shake my hand. Come on, boys. Won't you shake a poor sinner's hand? Yes. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Transformation Central. Transformation Central. Transformation Central. Transformation Central. Transmogrification Central. Can you feel it? You're changing, you're changing, you're changing, all right. I hope you're satisfied. But if you ain't, don't blame me. You can blame my friends on the other side. You got what you wanted. What you lost, what you get.
Let's hear it from Annette with Kiro, the border collie. Next up, we have... Oh, 2 seconds. We have a service announcement again, I think. I'm sorry.
Det her opkald kommer lige på dansk, fordi det drejer sig om en bil fra Norge, som er parkeret på P4 ude ved Engang Øst. Vi får meldinger ind om, at der er nogle hunde i bilen, som skal tilses. Det drejer sig om en norsk bil, en Transit Custom med norske nummerplader TL 28303. Ejeren nedstod til bilen med det samme. Der er en hundebil, der skal tilses. Det drejer sig om en norsk Transit Custom med registreringsnummer TL 28303. Vær venlig at gå til bilen med det samme. Det drejer sig om hunde, der skal tilses. Og bilen den er parkeret ude på P4 ved Engang Øst. Tak.
And for our last contestant of the day, we have Anya. Anna has brought along her puppy, 8-month-old border collie named Shine. So this is purely practice. Anya won the World Championship back in 2014 and 2017 with her old dog Queenie. So Anya is a very skilled handler, but this is a new dog, so this is mostly as training.
Tror jeg har været et land i finder, at alting kun er skabt til jeres gavn. Men jeg ved alt omkring os her på jorden. Har et liv, har en sjæl og har et navn. Jeg tror at alle fremmede er en verden, I slet ikke kender til. Har du aldrig hørt på ulvene en stjernenat og set en vildkat blinke ned til dem? Kan du synge højt med stemmerne i bjerget? Kan du male alle vindens farver frem? Kan du male alle vindens farver frem?
Such a young dog. That's going to be an amazing star you have there, Anja. Now we would like to have all the contestants that we just have seen, all the dog dancers in here in the ring, just for a quick round. Let's hear it for all of them. Let's give them a warm welcome.
One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. One way or another, I'm gonna win you. I'm gonna get you. One way or another, I'm gonna see you. I wanna meet you. One day, maybe next week, I'm gonna meet you. I'll meet you. I will drive past your house, and if the lights are all down, I'll see who's around. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. One way or another, I'm gonna win you. I'll get you.
At 1 o'clock, we will start with the Agri Winner Show, and then we will continue on with the European Dog Show. So there's a small break, so now is the time to get something to drink and so on, and then we'll be back again here at 1 o'clock, where we will start with the judging.